Hey Ryan, what's up, man? It's a pleasure having you in this interview. How are you doing today, man?
Good, good. Good to see
Awesome,
you, man. I'm real excited to do this, so I've been looking forward to this. Really excited.
for sure. Ryan is actually a guy I met in the first live mastermind that went in Orlando in March, April, I think, last year in Giancarlo's house. No,
Yeah,
well, it was I didn't meet him at his house, but met him while having dinner, right?
yeah,
At
yeah. I
the
remember that in Orlando on we were on Disney property. We had dinner. That was pretty cool. That was a great event.
Yeah, and then this guy with his partner Tyler, they gave me a ride, so they're pretty cool guys.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, I left my computer at
You
Johnny's
came to
house.
you came to the U.S. from Costa Rica with like nothing in your pocket, right? You
Yeah,
spent. I
kind
think
of.
you were telling us you spent like your last dollar just to get to that event.
Yeah, it was a big sacrifice, but
Absolutely. Took
obviously the going to the live events is the best thing you can do. Like just surrounding with the right people, it changes the whole game, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your story. How did you get started in internet marketing?
Oh, oh man. Okay, so I've kind of been around for a while. It's kind of hard to define exactly when I got started.
Yeah.
I grew up in like even when I was in high school, it was the dot com boom kind of thing. So I'm really interested and intrigued in kind of the whole online, the World Wide Web it was, And at that time, a lot of people were just making what was then a lot of money on the internet. And I was in high school and kind of grown up with a real hustler mentality and was always, had a really strong work ethic and always finding ways to make money and provide products and services even as a kid. So this was a new technology that came available uh, that really intrigued me. And I was trying to kind of dissect it and figure out how that I can also use it as a business opportunity for myself. And so in high school, I started. I started back then. They were called news groups.
Yeah.
They're like what those are now. And I was running news groups and promoting health products. And it was pretty much similar to what the affiliate kind of industry is like now. And promoting products, selling products for a commission. And after that, I was pretty fortunate to go to a college that was considered the most wired campus in the United States. And yeah, so that was a really great opportunity. Back then, in most wired by men, it had speed internet. And there were like Ethernet cables that like plugged into the walls, and it wasn't very high speed. But back then, it was like super high speed, compared to
Of
dial
course.
up. And so back then, only financial institutions and like the government and maybe health institutions. Not this. It was really rare to have high speed internet. Our college had it, so I took advantage of that and was like building websites on the campus servers and whatnot. And about a year into being a student there, they completely revoked my internet access and would not allow me to use the college internet anymore because I was sending out traffic to servers and blowing things up.
Yeah.
And it was a new technology to them too, so they didn't know what to do. They weren't expecting this at all, right? And they didn't really know what to do with me, so they revoked my internet, and which was kind of actually a challenge, to get through college when you're not even allowed to log on to the internet to submit your homework and stuff. But
Yeah.
I made it through there. And what I was doing then is actually a lot of file sharing and stuff that file sharing before file sharing actually existed. So I was using like FTP servers and doing a lot of stuff like that. This was like before. I'm not sure if you found um, online around this time, but like Kaza and LimeWire, I think they
Yeah.
were called
Yeah.
Napster, and those.
Yeah, for sure.
It was before they came out.
Okay, yeah. So that time around LimeWire and all that stuff, what year was that? Maybe how many years ago?
Okay, so this was probably 2001, around 2000, 2001 or so. So
Okay.
actually, no, I graduated from college in the December of 2000, right? So this was probably 99 or 2000, somewhere around then.
Well, yeah, that was definitely many years before I started using it, but yeah, it had been going on for a long time for sure. But what was the business model back then when you were in college?
it was driving traffic to websites for content that people were looking for, and it was display advertising. So it was all ad revenue driven. And back then, you got to remember this is during the .com boom.
Yeah.
So people were spending a ridiculous amount of money back then on advertising, and they weren't measuring quality of clicks or anything like that. All these companies were looking for was traffic to websites so they could go and like flip them essentially, right? So they're building websites, getting traffic to them, and then selling them to big corporations or whatever the model was back. So it was all ad driven.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what happened after that?
Okay, so after that, graduated from college. I went. I was wanted to pursue my career as an entrepreneur, but I decided to go into the corporate world to get some experience in sales and marketing and management and business experience. So I spent about 8 years in sales in the corporate world.
What did you study, by the way?
In college,
Yeah.
I studied psychology and communications with a concentration in public relations. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, and then I took experience and spent a lot of time studying marketing psychology and direct response marketing after I graduated. So that's really where I dug in after college and just spent a lot of my time kind of focusing on. Yeah, so college spent 8 years or so in the corporate world in sales and sales management and training, which gave me a lot of experience. And during that time, I was still I was building content websites and blogs. Now back then there were content sites, and people were contacting me to place ads on my site. Right?
Yeah.
They might have been for health insurance companies or auto insurance companies, and that these people weren't working for the big auto insurance companies. So I just kind of reverse engineered and realized that more or less what they were doing is they were affiliates. They were arbitraging.
Yeah.
And so I reversed that a little bit. Didn't really know what affiliate marketing was, but I took that model and discovered affiliate marketing through that and started driving traffic. Replaced their people buying ads on my sites with my own banners and stuff. That worked out really well. And at this time, Facebook was starting to get a lot of traction, and it was opening up. They were opening up their self-serve platform, and it was kind of the Wild West of Facebook ads back then.
Yeah.
And that was a great opportunity for me to take advantage of their traffic and buy traffic and send it directly to these ads. So that's from that point, things were going really well because again, Facebook was fairly new in terms of their ad platform, and they were very open to now they're pretty strict.
Yeah.
But more or less. Yeah, more or less they were just taking money, right? And there was more or less no rules at all.
Nice.
So things were going well. This was during 2007, 2008-ish, I think. So it was actually right around the mortgage crisis and the financial crisis in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I quit my job during this time, which was it was risk, definitely a scary thing because I had built up a career over 8 years and I had a very promising path and things were looking great and I had a nice job and everything. But I took it and left that. People thought I was crazy because this was right during the financial crisis.
Yeah,
and
everyone thought you were insane with quitting your job.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, and I questioned myself too, but it worked out. Yeah, and just building out companies. Advising companies that are focused on marketing and advertising, and investing in the same companies too. So pretty heavily invested in digital companies that are intensive on the marketing side.
Whoa, that's a hell of a story, man. Tell us a little bit about what's your main business right now. What's your number one focus like right now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, our core business is we really provide customers and prospects to businesses in the education, financial, health, and services field. So we're generating leads for these companies.
Yeah.
And we also help companies that generate more revenue with their email marketing, their email databases and their current customer and prospect database. These tend to be things that are like the hidden assets in a lot of companies that are underutilized and or underperforming. So we'll help companies generate more revenue by doing what we do best, and that's mostly done through email marketing.
Nice. And which types of companies are you working with? Like big corporations, or which type of clients do you take?
So we work with companies, LASIK, Bosley. Um, you honestly probably wouldn't have heard the majority of the companies that we work with, but they are very big companies and they do lots of revenue.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, just they're collecting leads and then selling them directly to the schools and the financial institutions.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. So what do you think are some of the, let's say, top three mistakes you've made, like through your entrepreneur career, like in
Yeah.
general, not like, let's say, internet marketing specifically, but in your whole entrepreneurial journey, what are like the biggest three mistakes you
Yeah.
think you've made so far?
I'll tell you that like the mistakes happen nonstop. I couldn't even count them. Just constant mistakes. Big ones, I would say, are all mostly people focused. In that I spent a lot of time initially figuring out on my own and thinking that I could just dissect everything and figure it out and reverse engineer and do it on my own, rather than tapping into people that have already been where I want to go. Right.
Yeah.
So that'd be a big mistake. The pros of that is that I developed some good like problem solving skills and learning to learn essentially. But it was a slow process and it created a lot more obstacles and failures that were probably unnecessary had I aligned myself with people that had business experience rather than me trying to like just figure it out on my own, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a big piece. Second one is in the online space, you can tend to get stuck behind your computer a lot because you're an online company. And we were talking before the interview about how you were up till 4 a.m, and
Yeah.
that was my life too. I would work from actually I don't think I ever stopped working. Because I was running ads around the world, and I was connected to my computer, and I was afraid to go to sleep because I didn't want my links to die, and I wake up and $3,000 in ad spend is just blown out the door. So I was unable to sleep. I was living a pretty unhealthy lifestyle because I was constantly. I had a non-effective work environment. I was at literally a dining room table with a wooden chair, and so I felt like I was. I honestly remember feeling like I was 80 years old, 30.
Yeah.
So another piece is definitely, and this goes back to the people part, is that I was doing it all on my own, and I was trying to manage too much, and I took care of my health. Whereas this is a people business. As much as it's an online company, it's an online business. We're in the people business, and it's important to have partners, build some, hire people, build a team, and make this a collaborative environment. That's something that's really helped me, freed me to accomplish a lot more and live a much healthier, balanced life.
Yeah, for sure, and I agree in that you have to have a clean workspace and a place where you can focus, because just because you're working online, if you don't have like a place, you can't just be lying in bed working. It just doesn't work that way. Or being in the, I don't know, any place in your house just working, it makes you unproductive and you aren't really putting in the work. I think it's really important for people to set up aside. I mean, if it's in their house, it's still okay. But like a place where when you go, you are working, and when you leave, then you can do other stuff. But not like I used to have my office in my room, but that sucked because I was a bit tired. Then I went to the bed, then ended up taking a nap or watching Netflix or whatever. So I think it's really important for people to have like a specific workplace.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say one of the first investments you should make is a good chair and a good desk, and make sure that it's everything is ergonomically set up properly because you spend so much of your time in there. And I said, I got this watch that I wear. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah.
if I'm not moving, it alerts me. Get up and I'm walking around and just move because you can get stuck here and it's not good.
Yeah,
So
I feel like when I'm here the entire day in my office, and then I let's say go out to the gym like at 5, and it's like light, light hitting me. It's like crazy because you don't
yeah.
even realize it, but once you go out, you're like, holy crap, man! I've been
Yeah,
inside the entire day. This sucks.
blinded. Yeah, living like a vampire. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that can be very draining. And while the money can be good, it's depressing in a way, and it can be just so hard on you. Um, yeah, and you made a really good point about the office environment, and that was something that helped me big time. Was actually getting right now I'm working from home, but getting an office where you can have a start and an end time helped a lot. And just having that environment where it's set up properly for you to have a productive day.
but quick question: do you have a like an office, or do you work from home all the time, or do you do both?
Right now, I did have an office before. Right now, I'm working from home, and I have an office in my home, so
Yeah.
it's like a closed door. It's actually it used to you could see these because this is actually used to be a porch that we enclosed, so it's just all windows wrapped around. So it's actually a sunroom, but it's on the back of the house where I can't hear anything, and I can like close doors, and it feels like I'm leaving and going to a different environment.
Do you think it's a good investment for people, for entrepreneurs to get like an office outside their home when they are like starting or middle term or whatever, or do you think they should save the money and invest it elsewhere in their business from your
Um,
experience?
yeah, I hate to say either way. You gotta do what's for you. If you live in a house where there's your girlfriend is there and she's interrupting you, then you got to get out. Whether it's an office or finding there's lots of like collaborative type places where there's lots of entrepreneurs working around something like that, or even going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
You just got to figure out what works for you, really.
Yeah, that's true. At the end of the day, there's not like a specific set of rules that work for everybody.
Yeah. Side note, related to that, is I heard an interview from Richard Branson recently. He said he's never worked in an office. Early days in Virgin Records and stuff, he would go to the office on occasion, according to him, but he's always worked from home. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's just different for everybody, I guess.
yeah.
And what about mistake number 3?
Hmm. Um, it again goes back to the people. When I was younger in my career, had the mindset that in order for me to win and to build a company and have great profits, I had to compete. And it was later that I realized that it's more of a collaborative thing. Rather than trying to compete with everyone, work with everyone. There's way more opportunity out there for everyone to share,
Yeah.
and greater opportunities happen by working together and building teams and having teamwork in it, rather than trying to go against the grain and fight everyone for it.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I like to make like this list of biggest 3 mistakes. I know there's not like a rule that says those are their biggest 3 mistakes, but people like when they like listen to big mistakes other people have made, it's like really really knowledgeable because you just see that it's normal for you to make those types of mistakes, or to avoid them, of course, and
Yeah,
so because sometimes we are working so much behind our computers that we forget that other people are actually doing the same thing as we
yeah,
are. So once you see that other people are having like the same types of problems or have had them, you realize like it's normal and you're on the right path.
Yeah.
So tell us about your what do you consider your most important accomplishments in business, or maybe that the business has allowed you to do in your lifestyle, or around business and life.
Yeah. Um, you know what? It's hard to say. My biggest accomplishments haven't really been real yet. I have a feeling that like what I'm doing now is all just kind of an experimental lab, and allows me to like try things out and learn and fail, and it's all preparing me for the next big thing. Uh, so that's kind of like how I view life and what my business allows me to do. And but you know my current business that I was just describing to you before has really been a huge accomplishment for us. Faced a lot of challenges, and we broke through them as a team. And we stuck together, and during these challenges, most companies would be out of business, but we've actually found new opportunities, and our company has grown more solid than ever before. And we did that through teamwork and through highly skilled people that are really dedicated, including not just my direct team with the company, but my team at home. You know, my wife, my wife, and the team all around my entire life. So I'm really proud of where we're at as a company and the challenges we face and the growth that we're seeing right now. So that's been a huge accomplishment for me.
Yeah, I think having the right people around you is key. Like you said, not only in the business but outside of it. People who it doesn't have to be people who are doing the same thing as you are, but people who support and believe in you, because it's it's
Yeah.
a tough road. So if you even so it's tough, and if you have people like telling you that you're crazy, that you can't make it, that it's impossible, it's just like, I mean, it's really negative. So I think
Yeah.
surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and support you is definitely key, because it just, I don't know, it just gives you the belief you can do it. Then maybe by
Mm.
yourself you would doubt yourself, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. There's as an entrepreneur, you're going to face more challenges and more roadblocks than anything else, and you've been able to muscle through that. And sometimes it takes some of the kind of the external people around you that can then help you accomplish those things.
Yeah, and I think that comes back to the mindset, because mindset, in my opinion, it's like huge. I don't know. Most some people say it's 80% mindset, 20% skills. I don't really know what percentage. I guess it's a combination of both. But if you don't, I believe that if you don't have the right mindset, you're never gonna make it, even if you have the best skills, because you're gonna fail like every single day. Like there's something that's gonna go not as you have planned it. So if you don't have the right mindset, you're just gonna eventually give up, or think that this might not work, or some excuse that your mind inserts. But at the end of the day, it's just your mind playing tricks on you, because
Yeah.
if someone has done it, then it's possible. And even if nobody has done it, it's still possible to do. So I think that's like mindset is really important. For example, I like to watch videos almost every day. For me, it's tough to get on that reading habit. I'm working on it, but I think at the end of the day, it comes down to what you enjoy best. Maybe it's videos, maybe it's audios, maybe it's reading. But I think you have to be working
Yeah.
on your mindset every single day. What do you think about this?
I agree. Mindset, I'd say, I don't know if it's the most important thing, but I think there's good arguments that it's probably the most important thing in business and life. I don't know. Um, Without mindset, there's no action, or there's the wrong action, and there's either productive action or unproductive action, and it's all based on how you set your mind. Going
Yeah.
back to
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, going back to one of the mistakes I was talking about, where I had mindset that it was a kind of a lonely process of me trying to defeat the world and compete against other marketers and whatnot, versus the mindset of being a collaborative effort. That's two big things that gave me 10 the leverage just by changing my mindset, while doing something, even though I was by myself, was still a better mindset than somebody who has the mindset that they can't get anywhere in life and they are not just sitting around watching TV all day long. So your mindset is critical. It's absolutely critical.
Yeah. And not to confuse people that are gonna watch this, but obviously mindset, but you have to be taking action every single day. I mean, you can have the best mindset, but if you don't take action, nothing is gonna happen. Obviously, concentrate that action in income producing activities, like because that's something I've realized this year, that like the last year I've let's say worked a lot, but it wasn't really on the actions that I had to be working on. What do you think about like really focusing your hours of productive work on income producing activities versus just spend your hours like answering emails, I don't know, scrolling Facebook, reading articles? What's your opinion about this?
It's the quicker that you can eliminate that. So when you go to events and you get away from your computer, do you ever find that you just like create all these like crazy ideas and you just get all this energy into the business that you can accomplish and all these plans and strategies? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, for sure.
And then you come back home and a few days later you find yourself back into the routine of doing whatever you do, all menial tasks throughout the day to make things happen, right?
Yeah.
So the quicker that you can get away from that, and it's those visions and the preparation and the ideas that are going to allow you to really, really grow. And the only way you can do that is by offsetting it to get other people to do those tasks for you. So the quicker that you can remove the low value, well, I don't want to say value, but you can replace those tasks with money, right? So if you can hire someone for $10 an hour to check your email for you and only deliver your most important email, that's perfect, because now you can, you're no longer doing those $10 an hour tasks, and you can start working on the $20 an hour tasks or $100 an hour tasks. And then eventually you replace those $100 an hour tasks with people, and now you can work on $1,000 thing, right?
Yeah.
So, trying to remove yourself from the daily busyness of your life will really help you in the long run.
Awesome. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I think you gotta identify what are the tasks that make you the money in your business, and just focus most of your time doing them. Just write it down and just do it. But yeah, and what do you think are, for people starting out or people who are still getting the results they want, 3 actionable tips they can start implementing as soon as they finish watching this interview on their business, so they can start getting better results, like things they can really take action on and apply? Because like I remember when I was starting out, all the blogs talked about mindset and the videos, and I was like, screw the mindset, give me the blueprint. Obviously there's no blueprint, but maybe some things they can start doing to actually see a result and get on the right track.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like basic business principles, once you figure it out, once you have a business that has good economics and you've got the people, or you understand that people are the one that makes all the levers and the buttons get pushed, and you can make all that work together. Once we figure that out, you can really apply it to any business, right? So it doesn't matter if you're in a marketing company or advertising company or you're in a bakery company. Business principles are business principles. And really, the best way that you can learn is just by taking action and trying and learning. So I don't have like a very specific answer for you other than start now.
Yeah.
It's a bit of courage. And because there's that unknown, it's doing something you've never done before, oftentimes. And when you are doing something you've never done before, it requires courage. But you've got, if you any skill that you have, or anything that you've accomplished in your life, you started with knowing nothing. You started from zero. So you go into it knowing that you're starting at zero and that you're going to make mistakes. Um, you're in the whole part of it is you're learning and you want to learn as quick as you can. So that would be the first thing is just taking action, and the second thing is in that process is this is kind of counterintuitive, but uh, love to fail. Like, and it's weird to say that,
Yeah.
but really, really love to fail and use failure as to beat your down on us, but think of it as experience and you getting closer to mastering something. So just this fail, there's this like, everyone says fail as fast as you can, fail as often as you who actually said that. I wish I could give him credit, but it's very important. It's huge, and it's something that we do as in the online space as marketers. We fail all the time. We're running campaigns, we're doing things, and running ads, and they fail all the time, right? So we're used to this failure, but use that same process in all areas of your life, and it will help you improve and get where you need to be quicker. Identify the failures and what broke down during those failures, so you have the experience to have greater success when those opportunities come back.
Yeah, and I think that comes back to the getting outside your comfort zone, because sometimes we are afraid of getting outside because we know there's a big possibility of failure since we've never done what we are about to do. So then our mind starts playing like tricks on us, and oh, you can fail, and but if you really analyze it and you say, okay, if I fail, this will happen, but if I win, this will happen, and most of the times the consequence of failing, it's really something like really stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not something that's gonna change your life, but if you actually win, it can be a game changer most of the times, I guess, from what I've learned so far. But yeah, I think that's really related to getting outside your comfort zone and just learning to learn from fail. Like, because if you fail and you don't learn anything, then it doesn't make sense. But if you learn from your failures and you learn what not to do next time, then eventually after failing X amount of times, you're gonna make it because you already know what not to do, and eventually you're gonna just do it the right way.
Yeah, definitely, and very good point. One of them that really stuck out is that feeling of being uncomfortable, and I guess that's what I'm kind of getting at with what I'm saying. Like, learn to love to fail is be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's like the whole learning process. And if you're finding yourself that you're in situations where you're not uncomfortable, then you're not learning, you're not pushing yourself, and you're basically, I was talking to my business partner the other day, and I was kind of saying, we were talking about when the day that you stop pushing yourself and start trying to iterate and get better and improve and learn and feel uncomfortable is the day you die as an entrepreneur, because you're just not going anywhere else, right? And the world it's wild, man. Like the world is changing at such a rapid pace that you've got to keep up with it. There's I can't quote this, but apparently you used to be able to look into the future and have a pretty good idea of what the world was going to be like in like 20 years, right? Now you can't look 5 years ahead, right?
It's
and in 5 years, it's impossible. There's no idea. Who knows what the world will be like? In 5 years, 10 years from now, it's going to be like broken down in 2 years. Like the technology and everything is doubling at such a rapid. You gotta be pushing yourself to learn and get in those uncomfortable spots so that you can keep growing yourself and keep up with the world.
Yeah, I agree, man. The world, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years from now, Facebook is not even going to exist, and there's going to be something different. Who knows? Like, we might be in flying cars or whatever crazy stuff you can think about. I mean, you never know. The technology is growing so fast that you just have to learn to embrace it and just adapt to it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, it goes back to the whole entrepreneur thing. Is your skills are also change at such a rapid pace, but the ability to work with people and cooperate with people and influence people, that will never change.
Yeah.
But technical skills, the technical skills you have now many of them will be useless 10 years from now. And you can always hire for those skills.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. Well, man, thanks for being in the interview. It's been a ton of knowledge. I'm sure everyone listening to this is gonna get a lot of value for their business if they apply it. And thanks for giving me the time to do the interview. I know you're a very busy guy.
Absolutely, man. No, I've really enjoyed this, and I'm more than happy to help. I've been really impressed with you personally. When I'm at a Gene Carter's event, and I'm always very interested in seeing like the next generation of people coming up, because you guys have the new ideas, fresh ideas, and new perspective on things. So I like definitely keep in touch with you and individuals that are kind of just coming up in the industry, because you guys have such a neat perspective on things. And I see what you're doing online, and the message that you're doing is really impressive. So keep up the good work. I know you're going to kick ass.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And for everyone listening to this, don't be afraid of reaching out to guys that are at the top, because most of them are really humble, like Ryan over here, and they're always happy to help. But always like building relationships first, and make sure you really attend live events. I know it's like hard because it can require money that you're maybe tight on a budget, but trust me that it's you've probably heard it over and over again, that people say go to live events. Like when I had never attended one, I was like, I mean, this can't be so life changing. I don't know, but then I went to another, and it's just like the people you meet, the relationships you build. Like you say, it's a people business. At the end of the day, if everything changes, but you're still surrounded with the same people who are doing the same stuff, everyone's gonna figure it out, and you're gonna still keep crushing it. So go to events, and that's it, man. I appreciate you again. Thanks for the interview, and wish you the best of luck this year. Let's crush it.
Yeah, same here. Thanks, man.
Awesome, man. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.